10 wrestlers who hate each other in real life. Number 10, Triple H and Goldberg. Two of the most celebrated wrestlers in WWE history were Triple H and Goldberg, but they did hate each other in real life. The bad blood between Triple H and Goldberg has lived through many years, as the two just can't seem to get along. On an episode of Tough Enough, Triple H verbally destroyed the cast of wrestling hopefuls for having a poster of Goldberg in their home. Triple H stated Goldberg has no respect or passion for the business and made it clear he didn't appreciate that. When Goldberg came to WWE, his momentum was halted when taking his first pinfall loss to Triple H. The loss changed Goldberg's position in WWE, and he credits it as politics being used to slight his chances at success. As recently as 2010, the hatred lives on, as Triple H said Goldberg was not Hall of Fame worthy when looking at his career. Number 9, Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage used to be great friends, and at the end of the day, also made up with each other before the death of Randy in 2011. But they also had a rough patch during their life, which once again was due to a woman. Hulk and Randy, known as the Mega Powers, developed a hatred for each other when Randy found out that Hulk was trying to pass lines on her wife, Miss Elizabeth. Savage was overly protective and was not happy about this, and the story states that the two clashed over it many times. The issues between the two wrestlers ran throughout the wrestling period. Number 8, Mr. Kennedy and Randy Orton. One of the fighting-related clashes was between Randy Orton and Mr. Kennedy. Although Kennedy had a good start to his career, but injuries ended it quickly, apart from injuries, it was a dispute with Randy that hammered the final nail in his coffin. It is reported that in a tag match, Kennedy dropped Randy harder than he expected, of which Randy complained to the authorities. Although Mr. Kennedy was relieved from being unsaved, yet this led to an unfinished rivalry between the two wrestlers. Number 7, CM Punk and Jeff Hardy. If there were ever two wrestlers who had great matches both in the ring and on the mic, they were Punk and Hardy. But in real life, Punk hated Hardy, not because of the fights that had taken place between them. It was all because Jeff Hardy's drug issues. Punk, an open advocate of drug-free lifestyle, avoided Jeff Hardy outside the ring whenever he could. Number 6, Stephanie McMahon and Chyna. It's hard to find out-of-love triangles where a male wrestler is in the center of attention. It is usually the other way around. Stephanie McMahon and Chyna did fight over Triple H, actually in real life. Triple H and Chyna were dating at the time. However, Triple H, on seeing Stephanie, dumped Chyna. Seeing this, Chyna accused Stephanie of befriending her boyfriend and told her if she had the guts to pull such a stunt, she should have done it at her face. Chyna kicked up a fuss and was fired from WWE. This feud hasn't even ended till now. Number 5, Alberto Del Rio and Sin Cara. Both of the Mexican wrestlers didn't get along very well. Even Sin Cara put a gun on Alberto Del Rio, after which the matters didn't return to their original shape ever. The two have been known to have backstage heat throughout both their Mexican and WWE careers, and were even seen to be working hard and raw in matches against each other. Sin Cara was replaced a few years ago, and it seems that's where the rivalry ended, at least until Del Rio threatened him once again on the social networking website Twitter. Number 4, CM Punk and Triple H. CM Punk and Triple H never saw eye to eye. They hated each other like cold-blooded murderers. It was all due to the fact that at the time of introduction of CM Punk into the wrestling arena, Triple H didn't like the way he presented himself. This led on to a real-life feud as well. This also led CM Punk to make a decision of not working for WWE anymore. According to reports, Punk demanded respect from Triple H, which the other refused to give. Number 3, Tazz and Chris Jericho. Although a very amiable person, yet Chris Jericho also developed a hatred for Tazz in real life. The main issue between them resulted because of their podcast. Jericho promoted his podcast as the first time Samoa Joe done an interview after leaving TNA, but this was not true. Joe had also been on Tazz's show prior to being on Jericho's. Tazz was just not pleased because his podcast wasn't mentioned by Jericho, which happened to be prior to Jericho's. He felt as if his show had been ignored. Jericho, on the other hand, doesn't seem all that bothered that he has made an enemy, and just ignores the negativity. Number 2, Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart are two of the greatest wrestlers during the New Generation era, as they held honorable matches including the 60 minutes Iron Man match at WrestleMania. It was then that something happened and both of them couldn't see each other in real life at close quarters. It was all due to a love affair with Sunny, which led into a fist fight between the both of them, outside the ring. Bret Hart didn't return to WWE ring until 2010, where both of them consulted on Monday Night Raw and considered to be friends again as they were now WWE Hall of Famers. And last but not least, number 1, Matt Hardy and Edge. One of the most real-life hatred was between Matt Hardy and Edge, and it was all due to an old reason: love. A love triangle actually formed between Matt Hardy and Edge involving Lita. WWE made Edge and Lita a couple, which led Matt to hate the guts out of Edge. This was all because Matt Hardy and Lita were together in real life, and had been together since ages. They were both part of Team Extreme, but it was discovered that Lita had been having an affair with Edge behind Hardy's back, and Matt broke off by going public. We here at Watch WWE hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, and we hope you have a wonderful day.